not broken. In music, a singable melody holds the power to spark beautiful emotions and create unforgettable experiences. And when you think about it, everything you can sing, you can remember. And so developing a singable approach on your ukulele will make you a better ukulele player. So in this lesson, I want to show you how to play this melody on the tenor ukulele so that hopefully you can get inspired and come up with your beautiful melody. We are in the key of A minor, and I'm going to be using my super tenor ukulele. This is tuned in low G. So you have low G, C, E, and A. Now the melody is played with 3 simple chords. It starts with the D minor chord, and then you have E minor chord and A minor chord. It's a lovely minor chord progression. We are literally playing 3 minor chords. It really makes me feel like I'm walking in a beautiful, enchanting forest. And we open up with this lovely melody, which is literally played with the A minor scale. And we play the second open string, first open string, and then fret number 2, 3, and 5. And after that we play the first chord, which is the D minor chord. And I like to arpeggiate the chord with the thumb. The reason for that is because I want to keep the same tone for those 3 notes. So it's an arpeggio, but we use the same plucking finger. And then the melody again on the first string, fret number 2, and a slide to fret number 3. You can use the 3rd finger or the 2nd finger if you want. And again, I still kind of use the thumb, but you can also pluck with the index finger if you want. Fret number 3 and fret number 2. And then we play the E minor chord. We use the 4th open string here, so we have 0, 4, 3, and 2. And then the melody again. Now in this case, the melody is played on the 1st string, fret number 2. And then I slide from fret 3 to 5. And I finish on fret 3. I like to use the 4th finger, just because after that we play the A minor chord, which is 2, 0, 0, and 3. And we arpeggiate the chord always with the thumb. And then A minor 7, which is 2, 0, 3, and 0. I like to strum the chord starting from the 1st string. So I use the index finger and I go up. So instead of strumming with the downstroke, I strum with an upstroke, but it's kind of a, slow upstroke. I don't strum quickly. It's actually a light strum. Let it ring out. Now we already have a defined rhythmic and melodic structure. We always have the melody, and then a chord, a melody, and a chord, the melody, and a chord. Now let's develop on that. For example, it's the same structure, just a different melody. So we have, we're gonna open up with the 2nd open string, 1st open string, and then fret number 2, 3, and then a slide from 5 to 7, and we go back to the D minor chord, just a simple arpeggio with the thumb, and then the melody. Now it's fret 5 with a slide to fret 7, then 5 again, and fret number 2. And again another arpeggio over the E minor chord. In this case I like to pluck the 4th, 3rd, and then 2nd and 1st together. Now melody. We play the melody in thirds, 1st and 2nd string on fret 2 and 3, 5 and 7, and fret number 3. Again with the 4th finger, so after that we play the A minor chord. Simple arpeggio with the thumb, and then this thing. Now this is more of a phrase, it's not really a melody. So after the A minor chord, we have the 1st string, fret number 3, fret number 2, a pull off, so 1st open string, 2nd string, fret number 3, pull off on the 2nd string, fret number 3, and the 1st open string. Now I like to kind of hold the chord while I'm playing this. And we strum the last chord, so after the fret number 3 on the 2nd string, we strum the whole thing with the thumb. Now in this section I was plucking the strings with the index and the middle finger because I wanted to get a brighter tone. So the first time I played the melody, I was mainly using the thumb, which gave me this warm and mellow tone. Now let's switch to index and middle finger. Now let's add another section. Now for the next section we're playing more chords. We make it even more romantic. It sounds like this. Now we're playing a bunch of different chords, for example the D minor 9, which is played with a bar chord on fret 5 and the 1st string fret 7. We're also playing this beautiful chord, which is basically a G major chord with the 3rd on the bass, but we also add the 3rd string to this chord, making it sound even more beautiful. So we add this lovely 4th, and then we have the D minor chord with the singing note on the fret number 3, and then F major, diminished chord, and the A minor chord. So we're going to build the melody over this chord progression. We have 2nd open, 1st open, and then fret number 2, 3, and then 5 to 7 with a slide. Now D minor 9 with a simple arpeggio. Be careful here with the melody. We have 7 with a slide to 10 and 5. Then we play the chord, always with a simple arpeggio. Melody again on 5, 7 with a slide, and 3. And then the chord with a simple arpeggio. So now I like to strum the F major twice with a downstroke and with an upstroke, diminished chord and the A minor chord. Now I strum the A minor chord and then first open, and now we have the melody. So it's 0, 0, 2, 3, 5, and then D minor chord. We move this chord chromatically up, so from 2, 2, 1 to 3, 3, 2, and finally to 4, 4, and 3. It's the same chord, then this phrase. So I'm using the pentatonic scale. I have 3, 5 on the second string, 3, 5 on the first string, and a slide to fret 7, and then 3, 5, 3, and 5. Now this is the beginning of the solo, so you can really play whatever you like. Now let's take a look at the ukulele solo I played at the end of the melody. I was using a backing track, so let's take a moment to talk about the backing track, the chord progression, the scale, and I'll also give you practical exercises that you can put into practice right away and start improvising and creating solos using the backing track. First things first, the chord progression. We are in the key of A minor. The melody is in the key of A minor. However, we are using two chords. The first one is the A minor chord. Lovely minor chord. It gives a melancholic sound to the chord progression. But the second chord is a D major chord, which really, brighten up the chord progression. So we have A minor and D major. It's a funny chord progression, and if you know a little bit of music theory, you know that the D major has nothing to do with the A minor key. In fact, we are changing the harmonic structure of this chord progression. We're kind of moving away from the A minor key. In fact, we can consider the A minor to be the second chord and the D major to be the chord 5 of the G major key. So we have 2 and 5. And if you're wondering, what's 2 and 5? Well, it's the scale degree on which the chord is built. We are in the key of G major. If we analyze the G major scale, you have G, which is the first scale degree, A, which is the second scale degree. We build the A minor chord, and then we have G, A, B, C, D. On the 5th degree of the scale, we build the D major chord. For this reason, we can use the G major scale or the E minor scale to improvise over this backing track. Now this is the G major scale, 3, 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. So let's play the scale over the backing track. Now let me give you a couple of tips on how to improvise using the scale. Tip number 1, don't use all the notes all the time. Actually, start with 2, max 3 notes. And I really recommend getting rid of the second string. Just play first open, fret 2, fret 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. But start with 3 notes. So 0, 2, and 3. And mainly focus on rhythm. To start simple, for example, that's it. Super simple. Now, when you are ready, you can add one more note. For example, fret 5. And right now you can play in one position. So you have 0, 2, 3, and 5. And again, you don't have to use all the notes all the time. For example, just try one rhythmic idea or melodic idea and just stick to it. And just keep repeating it. Now, when you feel ready, you can change position. For example, you could play 7, 9, and 10. And we can consider this to be a different position. So 0, 2, 3, and 5 is, let's call it position 1. And 7, 8, 9, and 10 is position 2. So now let's play in position 2, in the second position, and improvise using these 3 notes. And of course, when you feel ready, you can put it together and switch between these 2 positions. Let me give you an example. So this is pretty much all I did in that solo. So really take it step by step, guys. You can start as simple as you like. Use the backing track, have fun, let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy this lesson, have a lovely day, keep playing, keep practicing. Ciao.